Dear students and viewers, Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you all in my YouTube channel. Today's topic is about lesson materials. It is lesson number 11, and in this particular unit, we are going to discuss about the properties of metals and non-metals. Besides this, we will came across concept of metalloids, or what is the basic nature of these metalloids. Let's start. Materials are those substances that we use in our day-to-day life activities, are those substances that are used to do any household activity or household work. And these materials are usually made from certain elements, or these elements are called as metalloids. We know that there are about 180 elements known. An element is known as the substance which is made up of only one kind of atoms, or that particular substance that cannot be broken into more than one kind of substances. That substance is called as element. And we know that there are 118 elements, and these 118 elements are kept in a in a tabular form, and that particular tabular form is called as periodic table. And in this periodic table there are this time 118 elements known, 180 elements known, and these 180 elements are different from each other on the basis of their properties, their physical property as well as their chemical property. And it was Loiser who Loiser, which is also called as the father of the chemistry. This Loiser classified these 118 elements, these 180 known elements, into metals, non-metals, and metalloids on the basis of their physical and chemical properties. These metals are those elements which are present in the extreme left side of the periodic table. This periodic table, it looks like it is somehow this shape. This is how it looks, and there is another class of elements which are present in at the foot of, or at the bottom of this particular table. This is the left side of the periodic table. Left side. This is the right side of the periodic table, and this left and right side is separated by another class of elements that I will ask you in the later on. These metals are present in the left side of the periodic table, or besides this, they are also present in the middle portion of the periodic table. Middle portion of the periodic table, and those those elements which are those metals which are present in the middle portion of this periodic table, those are called as heavy metals. Heavy metals. These metals are present in the left side of the periodic table. They are also present in the middle portion of the periodic table. This side, middle portion of the periodic table, and some are present at the bottom side of this particular region of the periodic table. These there is another class of elements. Those are called as non-metals. These non-metals are usually present in the right side of the periodic table. Right side of the periodic table. Right side of the periodic table. These metals and non-metals, they are separated. They are separated in the periodic table by a zigzag diagonal. By a zigzag diagonal. And all the elements which are present on this zigzag diagonal, like silicon is there, like germanium is there, like arsenic is there, like tellurium is there, like selenium is there. All these elements, even boron is also considered as the metalloids in certain books. These elements, all the elements which are bordering this particular zigzag diagonal are called as the metalloids. These metals, non-metals, and metalloids, they are about 180. We can say that there are 118 elements in the periodic table, and Loiser had classified these elements into metals, non-metals, and metalloids based on their physical and chemical properties. Metals are present in the left side and middle portion of the periodic table. Non-metals are present in the right side of the periodic table, and metalloids, these metalloids, they separate these metals from the non-metals by a zigzag diagonal, and all those elements which are bordering this particular zigzag diagonal are called as the metalloids. First, we will go through the properties of these metals. As we know that metals are present on the extreme left side, as well as in the middle portion of the periodic table. First, we will go across these metals. Then we will we will come on non-metals, and then we will discuss about the nature of these metalloids, or how these metalloids how these metalloids behave in, in relation to that of the metals and the non-metals. Metalloids, properties of the metalloids, or we can state that the physical properties of the metalloids. These metalloids are properties of the physical properties of the metals. These metals are mostly hard. They are hard, or we can state that they can overcome any, or we can state that if any external force is applied on them, these metals, they do not deform, and this actually generates the property of hardness in these metals. We can state that these metals are hard. Metals are malleable. It means that these metals can be drawn into thin sheets, and because of this property, we can state that these metals are they show the property of malleability, or they are malleable. And among all these metals, gold is there, silver is there. These are or we can state that iron is there, or copper is there. They are the most malleable metals, or we can state that they can be drawn into thin sheets. They are ductile. These metals can be drawn into thin wires. They can be drawn into thin wires, and we usually come across electric wires or other type of wires, or we came across certain iron tools which are usually used for construction purpose. All these are formed from these metals. For example, gold, iron, copper, silver. Because these metals, they show the property of ductility, or they are ductile in nature. These metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, because these metals can easily lose electron, or they can easily give away electron, or they are electron donors. They can act as a good conductor of electricity, or they are the carriers of this electric current or electric charge. That's why we can state that these metals are good conductors of electricity. Whenever any substance is good conductor of electricity, it can also be a good conductor of heat, and that is why all these electric wires or other conductors which can conduct electric current, they are made from these metals. For example, copper wires are there, iron wires are there, aluminum wires are there, which can conduct electric current, or which are the good conductors of heat. They are made from these metals. These metals are sonorous. Whenever these metals are struck, or whenever force is applied on them, they produce sound. That is why in schools, the bells, they are made from these metals. Especially we can say that iron is usually made iron is used for the manufacture of these bells by the name of bell iron. Whenever this iron is struck, it produces sound, or we can state that these metals, they are sonorous, because whenever these metals are struck, they produce sound. Metals are mostly solids, except mercury, which is liquid at room temperature. Or there is another element that's called as gallium, where at body temperature, or at higher temperature, this gallium behaves as a liquid, or it melts. These metals have high density. Density means mass per volume. The density of these metals is very high, and because of this high density, these metals, whenever any metallic substance is put into water, it usually goes into the water because of the high density. And in that case, osmium is there, which has the highest density of 22.3 gram per meter cube. 22.3 gram per meter cube, highest density of osmium. These metals have high melting point and boiling point. That is why most of these metals, especially if we will say about tungsten, it is used for the manufacture of the filament of the bulbs, because of its high melting point, which is more than 3000 degrees Celsius. And these metals have high melting point and boiling point because of the formation of metallic bond in them. It was all about the physical properties of metals. Have a nice day.